안녕. 안녕.
Hello, even. Hello, Ollie. Ollie, thank you for redeeming first. I did reset the daily visits because I changed them again. And first, while implemented for the first time today, was also changed. I got my hands on calves voting for the first and daily check-in leaderboards, which I actually need to check to see if they work. Okay, check-in LB is working. First LB is not. I'll need to talk to Zed to see about the first LB coding. Going through all of the streamer bot stuff though definitely makes me feel like learning C#. I still need to go through and add a sound effect to hip hop. welcome. Thank you for the check-in. Okay. Welcome back, Hermias. I'm also trying out a new multi-chat, so we'll see how that goes. I forgot that this game doesn't like being in Windows mode. It's been a while since I played Wonderstop. I'm gonna need to take a few minutes to remember all of the key buttons. I also decided not to stream during the afternoon today because I just was not feeling up to it. Okay. Right, we have green, blue, yellow seeds for this season. I honestly do not remember. Don't remember anything about this season, so we're gonna take a quick look around and see where I decided to plant things. We have a customer here. There's a spigot over here. It's like Harvest Moon. I can't tell you because I've never played Harvest Moon, but not really. It's less so on the farming aspect and just like a very, very light management game, and then you're running a tea shop. No. Okay, I think this is where we're going to be growing stuff. The spigot is here. There's also another one right here. Yeah, this is where we'll grow stuff, but is it close to a door? Not really. I guess the back door. Yeah, back door's right here. Our stop sign. Has this thing shrunk? I quite think so. Yeah. We're definitely gonna need to plant the other side. And to probably get our plants going so we can just do story. Let's grab... Oh, we don't have any tea. No. Okay, first things first is to go get tea to be oh, we have tea balls. Okay, we'll go get another batch of tea. We'll clean later. We did learn last time that mushrooms have effects on plants as well. So we do need to get on that to duplicate plants and stuff. I wish the game had a way for you to bookmark or like mark your map though. I'm gonna put this over here. Actually, we're removing some of these plants because they cannot be... They cannot be bred. They're just in our way. Oh. Okay. And put this down here. Okay. Our field guide. I guess we've grown plants before? Question mark. The green ones, at least. Oh yeah, we had them last season. We just haven't made large hybrids out of them. Okay. Let's just go in order. So...
안녕.
Paladin, thank you so much for that chicken. Okay. We'll start with blue.
안녕.
Grim, thank you so much for the check-in as well. A daily, yeah, we set that up yesterday and then I changed it again. I'm at work, so I'm just here to lurk. Of course. Thank you so much for the lurk. I do hope that you have a good day at work. I'm gonna skip one and then it's blue, yellow. That was 3 blues over there. This is blue to yellow. And then let's do... My sleep is royally messed up is what it is. Thank you for the check-in, Delta. Blue to green. I'm at work right now, damn it. What does that have to do with anything? Ain't no complaining. I can't stay and watch. Okay. I'm supposed to be asleep. I'll hopefully be just lurking when I fall asleep again. Of course. This is a great game to fall asleep to, not gonna lie. It makes me sleepy. That's why we're here right now. Okay. Next is yellow center. We are just crossbreeding all of our plants right now. Okay. Yellow center. Blue. No. Hang on. Always start with... I will complain because I took the shift thinking I wouldn't miss Sandra. I'm putting away a gajillion packets of gold. Don't worry, it's just Wander. Stop. Pull the Uno reverse. Yeah, I kind of forget that me as a species is quite nocturnal. Okay. That was yellow to blue, yellow to green. Yellow to... Uh-oh. I think I put those too close together. We'll remedy this. I'll just do it reverse. There we go. And then... green in the center. Yeah. We'll go this way. I tend to be nocturnal too. I just have to make I just have to take mom to an appointment tomorrow. Green in center. About this way. I guess we're going horseshoe shaped. Green, yellow, okay, and then green and blue. Okay, now to water all of them. And then we can also move them if need be. They're kind of sparse from each other. I don't want to move them around this well out of water. Okay. This thing is only gonna be a minor inconvenience. Okay, move you here. You over here. I want them. I wonder if putting them like one space apart will leave enough space for like everything. Okay, how many ear? 2 space. Like here. Could afford to put it closer because of the grid. But I think I want it to match the other side. Sure. It didn't end up reaching all the way around. Do I want them 2 spaces apart? Nah. Maybe bringing it in would be better. As close as we can. Yeah. This one's just unfortunately as close as it already can be. We can just put that a little bit further away so that it's just right up against there. Okay, now for large hybrids. All blues. Triangle pattern. Okay. And then blue with yellow. Okay, and then blue with green. Okay, and then yellow with blue. We cannot move the trees, so I need to be strategic about this. Yellow. Until I shrink them. But we won't be shrinking them until after we've picked all the fruit off of it, I don't think. Or at all, really. not really into decorating. Yellows. Oh shit. What did I just make? Whatever. And then... well... with greens. Yeah. Here. Here. Okay, and then green with, let's just do all green first. All green. And then here. Green, yellow. Okay, and then here, green. Need to make sure that the grid extends enough that I can plant where I need it to, or that I want it to. Okay. Yeah. And then we water them all. I wonder, considering that the bulb in the center is the one that is already in flower formation, I can move the 3 around it to decorate and not waste plants. Should test that out. I mean, technically, because this one accidentally turned into flower sprout regardless. And it's independent of all the other ones. Y'all. Okay. Water. Okay, now where was my you? And you'll just be placed here because you're an extra. And then let's also get rid of these weeds that are right next to the trees. Mushrooms. need to hold the plants in order for them to count it inside the book. I mean, the fruit. Blue loops. Just pick one of each. Mm. 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 Mhm. Oh. The Wonka plants. Kinda, I guess. Mm. What do you mean it's... I'm gonna drop it off inside, I guess. Okay. One. Oh. Two. Three. 4. 5. 7. We actually have a lot of mess berries. I'm gonna take this one and this. I'm gonna leave the mess berries around somewhere. Will the birds eat them? Let's see. They'll figure it out. Eat this one. Okay. And then, did we ever drop off the tea? Nope. Oh. Okay. Take these two. Tea balls out here. Wait, what happened to my blue seeds? Oh? Oh, where did I drop them? Get the crap out of me. Okay. All stocked up. Mushrooms. Duplicates the large hybrid. Shrinks large hybrid down to potable size. Changes the color of large hybrid and its fruits to an alternate palette. Causes the large hybrid to produce trinkets instead of fruits. We need dupe shrooms and shrink shrooms. The red ones and the flat ones. Oh, there's a gate. Red. And flat ones. this pocket is full. Oh, I have parcels. Okay. Yes, yes. Let's get over here where I will the parcel, put it in here. This other parcel goes in there. We have a trinket on us. Have I got my raid notification sounds going? My raid notification sounds have always been working. Unless they broke last time. I think we fixed it if it did. Picture frame there. What's over here? Keep one on us. The mushrooms. These can duplicate the large traits. Question is, oh voila. Okay, and then oh, I see how it has to. Okay. Okay. Great. Now the problem is, can I even shrink it down? This one over here I can. I'm careful about that. I need more shrooms. That's Tessa gonna raid off. I have to go into work early. Okay. Yeah, it even does the auto shout out. Hi Bree, welcome in. Thank you for the raid, Ollie. Hello, yeah, hello. I need mushrooms. But hello. How are you doing, Bree? Why don't we finding dupe shrooms. I need shrink shrooms. This is gonna have more than a boob. Oh, should be a bell or something, like walking to a store like a cafe. That's the follow alert. I don't like raid sounds to be super extensive. I don't like any sound to be super extensive, actually. It works. I don't think I've missed a raid unless my alerts were broken. It does what it needs to do. Oh, we could have freaking planted over here. Okay, this one. 1, 2. Oh, I can duplicate it. Okay. I thought I couldn't because I didn't see the extra grid space behind there. Duplicate. Nice. Drink. Drinking this left one over here. Yes. And then now it's potable. Voila. Oh. Yep. Okay, and I think I can get Wingstop. Where the hell did you get Wingstop from, Nunu? Okay, which way do I want them to duplicate? Let's have them duplicate this. 2, 3. Yo, Nunu, did you win though? Yes. Whoa. Wait, besides the one time that we saw one DSR and one time, that's crazy. That's crazy. Wow, we really just gotta hate a bit stronger and then you win. Contrary to the your own belief, Nunu, you do not suck. Okay, now my haters are gonna are my field to win. Exactly. Just remind us that we gotta create polls every single time and bid at least 10k against you. How many points has Hades lost today? I refuse to believe this wasn't intentional. Exactly. What? What are you replying to? One's you Cobb, one's Sandra does it. Yo, you Cobb gonna be a very long ways away. I don't know if I want to suffer through that again. How is it? Oh, wait a second. How is it your first words in here? I don't have. Oh my god, I need to fix my. I need to fix that. Whatever it is that's causing it. So 20 years. Mayhaps. Can't get my keybind straight, I forgot. I need more mushrooms. Why are there only duplicate mushrooms? So one standard makes it to 6.7 of MSQ. Why did I accidentally pin that? I think 7. Yo, even did the math on how long he thinks it's gonna take me to finish Endwalker, even if I do it every week. It's not looking good, guys. I don't know if I'll be able to finish Dawn Trail by the end of the year. At current EAP rate without side stuff. When have I ever done side stuff? Or dungeons or trials and raids. Oh, brother. I'll tell Legs we gotta yap a little less and walk a little more. Just pure MSQ is 55. Why can I not cut this mushroom? Hello. And crawler, yup. More like just straight up and yapping. And sightseeing. That's what we're doing. Yep. Oh, I already know about Island Sanctuary. Y'all not gonna see me for a while when I unlock it. But I'll do that on my off time. Just cosmic. I'm less excited about cosmic exploration because I just know that I know that I'll like Island Sanctuary, and I know that I want stuff from Island Sanctuary, so My grinder mentality is ready for Island Sanctuary. Thank God Endwalker Relic is easy. I need to go to my Shadowbringers Relic. What are you talking about? But that's perfectly fine. It's a game. You're supposed to have fun. I know. I am having fun though. Going at my own pace. I don't know. I just cannot fathom being on content for whatever reason. Like, it'd be nice to be on content to do stuff with friends, but at the same time, I'm like, that's a whole lot of content that's ending if I'm on content. Where the heck are all my mushrooms? Which at current rate is 44 weeks. 44 weeks till OC. Wolf, mark it in your calendar. Island, ew, she hate us. That's being generous. Like 60. I don't think so. Hey, you know what? That just means that I just gotta be a little bit more gremlin, and then we just do MSQ a full, like, 6 hours a day. No! Shh. I clipped the one mushroom that I needed. Badger, the mushrooms are hanging out with their friends, the badgers. Yeah, you're right, Andrew. It won't be that long. 70 weeks later. Nuh-uh. Yo, I'm ahead of schedule. 2030 was the original plan. Or was it like 2028? Either way, I'm ahead of schedule. Alright, this is the bugged mushroom that I cannot cut. Thanks. That's probably the reason why none of my mushrooms are spawning in. I should not walk around with the shears out. I accidentally cut something. Oh. Still can't lift my sword. When we in Evercold, you're just gonna get to post Endwalker? Nah. Not just getting to post Endwalker. Watch. I'll make it to at least... I'll be somewhere in post Endwalker by then. Trust. If we need to, we can double down on MSQ streams. You underestimate two people who stream a lot. Like a lot. Alright, time to start a calendar betting pool. 10 to 1 odds to finish before Evercold. I don't know about that because you unlock island after base Endwalker. I'll do that in my own time. MSQ is still like I'm not adding in more days of MSQ. It's still gonna be once a week. It's just how many hours a week do I do it? Oh my, this is also probably why I don't have mushrooms. Hey look, it's a even! Look! Yep, frog. It's like your Fugi. Yo, this game is bugged. Can't cut some of the weeds. What is that? What is this supposed to be? A fish? A derpy fish? Ah, I have a bugged mushroom and a bugged vine. That's great. Oh, one weed broken. Yep. I hate that we hold this thing by the tail. Pockets are full. Oh, I have mushrooms on me. Can I walk through water? No. I haven't even done story in this game since we started today. We've just been... doing chores. Wait, this oh, there's enough space. Right, and here. And there. I've been looking at new glams. They all involve the 4 mil hoodies. 4 mil? That's kind of cheap. How much are the jeans? Should just buy them. What did I come in here for? Oh, to put the trinkets down. Oh no, I haven't looked at them. Oi. I was gonna say, because like the winter set started out like higher than that. Like average starting price is super high, then it drops to an average of somewhere in the teens. I would not be surprised if it's still like at least 15 mil or higher. The garden mood lighting that was added is from subs. They sold for like 60 million each since people are only just getting them now. Yeah, not surprising. Okay, we are at a good point where I could do a story. My mushrooms, finally. Ads are gonna start in a minute. I need that one. Shrink. Gonna shrink. Shrink that one. 9. 1. 2. 3. Mm, 1. I don't think I can shrink that one yet. Just based off of terrible positioning. Okay, and shrink. Okay. We'll slowly get those done. But we're gonna take you and place you over here. And we'll take you and also place you over here. And then extra pots. Mugs are gonna be washed. I need to remember to disable stream elements add notice if Sari's gonna be doing it. Or disable a Sari one. Sari gives the pre-add notification. We'll keep the Sari one. I need to make a note to get rid of the stream elements one. Okay, Even, where do we want to put you? How about right on this shelf over here? On a on a table? I was gonna put you on this shelf. You wanna be on a table though? There. You gotta stare at the tea contraption, I guess. We're gonna place a berry down right here. It's so happy. Yeah. New mail. To the anonymous sender of packages. Hello, this is Mayor Quimson writing. I am following up on a series of cases that Detective Greyline had been assigned to, and that I am told were only solved once he sent the exact evidence needed to solve them. After your most recent delivery, concrete evidence that Farmer Little did not tar and feather his own house, I have made the decision to relieve Detective Greyline of his duties and to instead place you in charge of all criminal investigation in our fair city. What? I realize this may come as a surprise, but all of us here are more than confident you will be up to the task. Please know that you have our full support, and we will be eagerly awaiting your next delivery. Thank you, and continue your tremendous work in the name of justice. Farmer Little asked me to send you some of his award-winning soup as thanks. Oh no, we put Detective Greyline out of work. To the person who returned a second lost parcel, this is quite confusing. As you know, you already returned the lost parcel to me, containing my sacred cloak. However, your latest package contained another cloak exactly the same in every way. Where did the second cloak come from? My cloak is the only one of its kind. This is not possible. Where are you finding these packages? Attached is a photo of me attempting to wear both cloaks at once. As you'll see, it's quite nonsensical. I'm coming apart at the seams attempting to wear two cloaks at once. What have you done to me? Sincerely, Olivia the Almancer. We had a frame up here. Oh, nope. I guess we'll replace that one. I don't think we have enough large picture frames. Yeah, any pictures that would be better in a small frame? Maybe that one. This one. There we go. Okay. Let's finally talk to our customer. Welcome to Wonderstop. It's a tea shop. A tea shop, at last, a welcome bit of civilization. You can't know the depravity I've been through out here. Best not to discuss it. Please, then, let us get to it. What items are on your menu? You just tell me what you want, and then I go try and make it. A shop run in the classic Oshigani style. How delightfully quaint. Let's see, what shall I request? I think I'm quite partial to lavender at the moment. A cup of lavender tea will do nicely. And I do believe it would pair nicely with some ghost fruit. I can say, and now, here's an idea. Are you capable of altering the color of the fruit? You know, my dear, the satisfaction of tea comes from its aesthetics just as much as its taste. Ghost fruit truly takes on a striking color pattern when altered, don't you agree? Which do I want? The regular ghost fruit or the one with the alternate colors? Oh, let's go with both. Yes, why not both? Both it shall be. Okay, so your order is lavender tea with regular and color swapped ghost fruit. That it? Exquisite. I shall be awaiting it eagerly. Which Which one was a ghost fruit? That's one. That one. The purple one. Okay. We need to make 2 batches of tea. And we need to go change the color of one of those plants, which we need the balloon looking shroom. That. This one. And get rid of. Looking for. Oh, got all of them. 2, 3. This one. And this one. And this one. The balloon ones. Not that one. That was the bell pepper looking one. I can't see fruit. This one. Alright, but we need to change the color of this one. One. 2. Right. Looks the same color to me. Never mind, it's a different color. Lavender ghost fruit. Color swap ghost fruit. Lavender though. Tastes like citrus milk. Tastes like your favorite flavor of ice cream. Eating give a sensation. The fruit of regrets. Eating it makes a person more likely to confess to their mistakes. Tastes like apricots. Rich and chocolatey, said to be the fruit of the underworld. Compels you to use the word triangle in conversation. A savory treat often served at parties fills one's head with utterly fabricated names of songs. not sure if I was muted when I said it because I was on my way out to taking a bio break, but thank you, John, for the tier 1 sub. Oh, I mean, I appreciate it. Okay. Yo, my stomach is not doing okay today. I had really spicy salsa. For lunch today. Or as part of my lunch. My mom put freaking ghost pepper into our salsa. It was so good, but my stomach is crying. We're gonna put these fruits over here on the floor. Please put it on the floor. Yeah. I watched enough of your content, felt like back pay. Yeah, I think that's how a lot of people felt. Because it's unfortunate that Korea does not support Twitch. Also, wants lavender tea, but I don't have anything that tastes like lavender. Oh, that's why. I always wondered why you never activated affiliate. Yeah, no. It was because Twitch pulled out of Korea. I think soon after I started streaming again. But yeah, it was just never an option for us to monetize. And then, I mean, Twitch also just changed the way that they do monetization afterwards. Yeah, so while I'm in the States, we will be on affiliate. If I happen to move back to Korea, it's gonna need to go away again. But who knows? That's not in my plan right now, but we'll see. I need to read everything again because I do not see lavender. A palate cleansing fruit filled with mint. Consuming it reminds you of those who have wronged you. A taste that is messberry. A taste that is impossible to quite place, no matter how hard you think about it or what you compare it to. Known to infuriate some. Oh, Wayper sprouts. Lavender. Bright and tangy with hints of lavender enhances one's awestruck amazement at the vastness of nature. Spiky ball looking thing. Let me see. I do not believe it to be these plants, but I also cannot see their fruit because I duplicated the trees and they did not. No. I'm out of water. Wait, not that one. Not that one. That's a dragon fruit looking thing. What are you? Paprika looking thing. Is it you? Let's see. I just picked one. Blue loop. Nope. What the heck? Oh. Right, plants over here. You! kind of want to duplicate this tree before before I look it. We need another dupe shroom. On your break? Welcome in, Delta. My back hurt. Oh no. Do stretchies. Back to looking for mushrooms we go. Scarce mushrooms. Should also gather some tea while we're at it. You. Cut you. E. I spent 2 hours on this one cage, but also said cage had a gajillion bolts in it that I only just finished 20 minutes ago. Bye. Maybe I need to also sweep. I've been ignoring the sweeping. Not that one. We need shrink, dupe, shrink, and shrink. And then cut. Oh, sweep while we're at it, I guess. And I started my shift giving someone else a break. And I've helped customers. Maybe I'm not doing that bad. I don't think you're doing bad at all. Oh, we got a rock. Walking this way. Team. Room. Oh, that's a way to force them into your pocket. Pull out a tool. Okay. The bugged freaking weed. Our garden is, I think, on the opposite side of this. Okay. Duplicates. One. Okay, now we have all the freaking shrink shrooms that we need. This one. Okay. And one. Two. Three. Okay. And then one, two, And then let's move you. Okay. And then let's move you also up there. And you too. Okay. uh, we did get what we needed, yeah? Oh, no, I did not. You. I need 2. This blue loop can go down here. So it's an extra. Okay. Our she wants 2 cups of tea. We're gonna have a cup of what she's having. Let's just make sure the quest again. Lavender, ghost fruit, and a ghost a color swap. Wait, in one thing of tea? Tea. No. And color swap goes for it. I'll give a cup to Boro. Boro? Oh. I'm sorry to have you borrow a cup of tea. Yep. Wonderful. Oh, now this is a delightful brew. Ghost fruit tea. What fun. You know of this drink's special property, yes? It is causing a person's think of made-up song names. Such as, good vibes on a bad rocket ship. Or, ain't no meerkats in this meerkat bar. I need only one thing, and that is your love, and 5 other things. What do you think, Miss Alta? Are any of these good enough to produce? Good vibes on a bad rocket ship. Ain't no meerkats in this meerkat bar. I need only one thing, and that's your love, and 5 other things. Good vibes on a bad rocket ship. Yes, I enjoyed that one as well. I think we have all been on a bad rocket ship before and wished for something to cheer us up. Perhaps one day I will record the song to put words and music to this universally understood condition. Okay. Okay, and then let's give our customer her cup of tea. Splendid, thank you. Now, my dear, while the tea may in fact be competent, it is certainly not what I requested. I would suggest that you return to your fundamentals, think again on the basics of tea preparation. The components themselves are simple: lavender, ghost fruit, and a color-swapped ghost fruit as well. Do not be alarmed, I will hold no grudges. I merely await the more perfectly realized cup of tea. Oh no, did I only put ghost fruit? Ah, I only put ghost fruit. Boro, how do you know what a rocket ship is? Boro knows many things. We do not question Boro. Alta, if you drink this, does it count? Wait, that I need to go sit somewhere in order to drink tea.
Okay. Fabricated names of popular songs. Let's see. How about Sunshine Song? Or Song About Love? Oh, God. These suck. This isn't, look, I don't know popular music at all. Tippy Tappy. Zippy Zappy? Sure, whatever. That could be a song. I don't listen to music. This isn't my thing. You're a swell angel of songs. And you're sweet, so dance and do a song thing. There. Are you happy? That's a song. It's a stupid, awful song, but I don't even care. Leave me alone.
I mean, it's not like the tea actually forced us to do that, right, Alta? Also, Delta, thank you for the 7 stream streak. I totally did not see that. I swear, I need sound notifications for everything or else I miss them. But I'm trying out a new multi-chat and it did not appear in said multi-chat. Luckily, I have Twitch chat open as well. Where did she throw her cup? Hello? Before we do that, we need back outside so I can go pick the fruit we need. We have the Wayper ones. We needed the these ones. Well, this is gonna be quite unfortunate. Two. And... yeah. Different colors, yeah? Nope, same color. Where's the other ghost? Over here. Not you, you. Okay. I need another cup. Honestly, I should just leave all the cups, like, at the end of the dishwashing pit. This place low-key has club music in it. We can change the music. I don't know, it sounds club-like, but also very lo-fi like at the same time. Okay. 1 ghost fruit, 2 ghost fruit, a vapor sprout, and tea. Your cup of tea. Splendid, thank you. My dear, this is the perfect picture of quality tea preparation. Do you not see how the layering of the ghost fruit colors elevate the status of the tea? Details like this are invaluable. You have done a marvelous job. My deepest compliments. It is of course appropriate that I compensate you for your work, no? Therefore, I offer you the most valuable payment of all. A piece of advice. Oh goody. Don't. Oh goody. Here is my advice that I offer you. You should endeavor to slow down so that you notice the beauty of life. And there you have it. Wow, that's fantastic. Very helpful. Is that the entire advice? Wow, that's fantastic. Very helpful. Yes, of course. Well, it's just simple facts of our world. Quite rudimentary. Now then, I must sit with this tea for a moment to savor its taste. Excuse me. Thanks for dropping the cup right there. I will also have another cup of tea and hope, and see if it'll give me the other fruit that's in it. I think so, but
My mom sent me to summer camp every year as a kid. And I kind of liked it. Felt nice. Being out there. Away from the world. God. So there was this one year where a kid at camp actually died.
what?
She got lost on a hike and they never found her. And it was a whole spectacle. but one of the other kids told me that the camp counselors had murdered her.
Oh.
In hindsight, this other kid was clearly just making stuff up. But I took the story very seriously. It's almost like I was so ready to believe it. It
Jeez.
just made sense to me. Like something I'd already known for so long. After that, I would size up the camp counselors. Staying closer to the ones I thought I could fight off. Further from the ones who I thought could outrun me.
Okay. Wild story, I'll tell. Wild. Okay, so that makes it so that we've had Ghost Routine. And then what was the other one? Wayper Sprouts. Enhances one's awe-struck amazement at the vastness of nature. I don't think that is any of those, honestly. Maybe combining different things gives her different memories that we can see, but they don't log them down. So we do need Blue Loops tea and Prism Peppers. Mark that. We have a new customer. Very empty this tea basket here. Oh, it's not full. Thought that I didn't need another cup. Shroom. Dupe shroom. Need one more tea. Dope. Cheers. Another cup. Key obtained. Whilst we're at it, this one is not flowering anymore. I mean, fruiting. We're gonna shrink it. 1. 2. 3. That pot. Get up. Okay, now let's see. Already duplicated those. Need to shrink them. One. Really don't think I can do anything with either of these plants. One of them needs to be trimmed. They're just too close together. We'll trim this one because we already have one of them. And then trim. Okay. We'll slowly get around to that one, but put a dupe trim over here. Duplicating this one. Okay. And then this one. We have two trinkets that need to be put down somewhere. Oh right, I went to grab more stock of berries. What am I missing? Chip is there. The messberry is also there. The Wayper sprout is there. Whiteberry also there. Snot cone is there. Painted gourd is there. Blue loop is there. Prison pepper. It's literally just a ghost fruit. Ghost fruit, 2 T-balls. It's a messberry. Ghost fruit. And all I have in my inventory orbs. The T-balls. Put T in here. Fill half of it, you know how it is. Okay. Let's throw the extra berries over by the Kinku. Maybe they'll eat them. Oh, that up. More tea. All the mushrooms that I needed. We'll cut these. one more, as per usual. Wait, this. Grab tea over here. Can we take the customer's order while we're at it? I guess so. Hello, I'm Jerry. Perhaps you can help me. The meeting will be starting soon and I am running behind schedule. Therefore, I must get to the boardroom. Where is the boardroom? This is a tea shop. There is no boardroom. Oh, it's over there. Gesture vaguely. This is a tea shop. There is no boardroom. I see. So the boardroom is not here. Correct. It is not. I see. Well then, thank you for the information. Do you, want tea? No, I do not drink tea, but I will take one coffee, thank you. We don't have coffee here, only tea. We don't have coffee here, only tea. No, I do not wish for tea. I will have a coffee. Do you not understand what I'm saying? We don't have coffee. Yes, you do not have coffee. However, coffee is what I would like. I mean, you can think whatever you want, I suppose. Yes, I will do so. Whenever you have coffee, I will take it. Is that really a true request? Is there something that tastes like coffee? Wait, we do have something that tastes like coffee. Right? Chocolatey. Let me read all of them again. Mint. Taste is impossible to quite place, no matter how hard you think about it. Lavender. Completely tasteless. Citrus, milk, and whatever you most frequently ate for breakfast as a child. Favorite flavor, ice cream. Fruit of regrets. Eating it makes a person taste like apricots. Rich and chocolatey, said to be the fruit of the underworld. Impels you to use the word triangle. And then a savory treat often served at parties fills one's head with utterly fabricated names of popular songs. Okay. Boro. Oh, okay, good thing. Boro. Some guy wants coffee. And someone left their dirty ass cup out here. I'll be right there, Boro. Right there. Dirty cup. Dirty cup. Dirty cup. We have some trinkets to put down. What is this? A vase. Or a lamp. I don't know, one of the two. And soup. Yo. Eureka? Soup? Maybe his favorite flavor of ice cream is coffee. True that. But considering Boral has a quest, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Do you see that business-looking guy that showed up, Boral? He seems to really want coffee. Is there any way of making coffee here? Ah, yes. From time to time, a customer will be asking for coffee. Unfortunately, Boral does not have a good answer. Coffee beans do not grow in this forest. That said, when Boral is throwing many things into the tea machine, the tea turns dark and brown. But this is probably not what our customers are looking for. So no, I don't believe we can make them coffee. And Ms. Alta, that's okay. In shopkeeping, we cannot always give our customers what they want. We can only be working with the tools we have. Ad break is gonna start in a minute. It doesn't make you feel like a failure when you can't deliver? Every time I'm unable to complete a task, I just feel so gross. Perhaps once, yes, Boro felt that way, but the years of tea shop maintenance have worn it down. Do not worry, Miss Alta. You are doing a fine job. I am promising. In fact, if you are feeling upset by the lack of completion, perhaps you could make tea for Boro instead. What do you say? This is not being a request, simply a reminder that I'll always accept a fresh cup. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Why don't you just make tea for yourself? Alright, I'll see what I can do. Delightful. Thank you so much. Any sort of ingredients will do. Perhaps I can even be offering my thoughts on whatever kind of tea you've made. Yes, Boro is not at all the picky kind when it comes to tea. Okay, we're gonna take a break for ad break, and then I'll be making next cup of tea. And then we'll also figure out... Oh, there's so many people here. Coffee. We'll put everything in and give him a brown cup of something. Or we could see if it's his favorite flavor of ice cream. But yeah, I will take a break. Once ad starts. There we go. Okay, welcome back from ads if you had any. Okay, we were gonna make honestly, rich and chocolatey would kind of be the flavor of coffee, not gonna lie. So maybe we make that prison pepper. Okay. We'll try that. And then we're making 3 cups for me, Boro, and the guy. This cup and that cup, sure. How full does this thing get? Okay, that's the fullness. Oh, no. In pocket. Prison pepper. And T-ball. I love how the color doesn't change until you put in T-ball. Yeah, we just call this a blonde roaster coffee, and sure, the color looks somewhat similar. Here, Boro. Yep, this cup is for you. Wonderful. Sweet, delicious prism tea. Miss Alta, did you know that this sort of tea is frequently causing a person to say triangle? Indeed, triangle, triangle, triangle. Already a fun word, but even more fun now. What's your favorite geometric shape? So what's your favorite percussive instrument? So what's your favorite configuration of 3 people competing for love? What's your favorite configuration of 3 people competing for love? Oh, the love triangle. Boro's favorite. Salta, from time to time I am enjoying a very modest amount of televised fictional drama programs. Love triangles are frequently occurring in these shows, indeed. Yes, a guilty pleasure. We will not speak more of it here, except to say that I am quite confident Stacy and Binifer will end up together. Very certain. Those are some names. Okay. Right. Why are all the businessmen coming here? Oh god. They got the wrong address, let me tell you. You're not even the one that wants tea. I mean coffee. Let's go give this to the guy and see. Where are you? Where's the guy who wants coffee? That one. What was his name? Ollie, I didn't see or remember. If he even had a name. Jerry. You have brought coffee. He's so tired he probably may think it's coffee. This is not coffee. If you were to bring me another drink, I would prefer that it be coffee. Okay. Not that one then. Boro, put your cup here. You also work at the shop, Boro. Do you not? Please put your cup away. Maybe it's the ice cream flavor. Who knows? We'll just make him a ton of drinks, I guess. Closest seat. Here, we'll set the gazebo. Have mail.
There's a move in grappling called the triangle choke. It's a headlock you pull off with your legs, and it's one of the most effective ways of incapacitating a grounded opponent. Early in my fighting career, just as I was starting to feel confident in my abilities, someone used a triangle choke on me in a fight and completely disabled me. I was helpless. I lost the fight. But the weird thing is that even after my opponent released me, I still felt like I was being choked. All that day, the next day, it was like I had a vice on my throat. I tried everything to make it go away. Everything I could think of. Finally, what I did was before going to bed, I wrote down the exact time the following day when I planned to go to the gym and train. Then, and only after writing this down, then I could breathe. The next night, if I didn't make plans for the subsequent day, the choking came back. So it went every single night, every single day. One after the next, after the next, after the next.
Oh dear, Alta. Yo, what are these shrooms? These are new. I can't even pick them up. Are they actually just weeds? Oh, they are. Top in the pocket. Grab your shears. Okay, so the next question is, are we going to put everything? We'll do the other one. We'll do the ice cream flavored one. Hello, it's Book by Mail Club. Unfortunately, I have to apologize to you. After I sent out the previous book, several readers wrote to me to remind me that Dirk Warhart, as a character, is an outdated model of masculinity in law enforcement, a product of his time. I recognize that as a cultural norms change, it is important to reflect on what our media implies and accepts. That's why this time I'm sending you an analysis of the Dirk Warhart character and franchise to better contextualize the novels against the social circumstance in which they were written. Until next time. Okay. Let's read this thing. Chasing Bullets, A History and Critical Theory of the Dirk Warhard Novels by Lydia Turnwell. 13 pages. The enduring popularity of the Dirk Warhard novels presents an enigma for contemporary literary critics. How does one analyze and understand a body of work which is so superficial in its content, yet which has achieved such enduring audience adoration? While many are content to dismiss their popularity as the result of the simple-minded desire for easily consumable and mindless content, I believe that that this perspective misses a crucial element of what makes the Dirk Warhard novels popular. After all, he's not the only vapid action hero in pulp literary fiction. It's what makes his legacy so enduring. To understand this question is to understand the book's author, Jeremy Esterkoff, who wrote the books under the pen name D.B. Steele, did not always produce such a simple-minded literature. The novels he wrote early in his career, while similar in theme to the Dirk Warhard books, walked much more nuanced line in their portrayal of action and heroics. For instance, The Flag Bearer Rests at Dawn depicts the struggles of two brothers on either side of a civil war, whose fraught attempts at reconciliation are complicated by the constantly changing messages of state propaganda. A year later, Esterkoff published Final Eyes, a futuristic thriller about a government agent whose desire to serve justice humanely is challenged by the encroachment of efficient yet thoughtless robotics into the world of law enforcement. Esterkoff has repeatedly declined to speak publicly about these early works, or indeed about any of his is it overt? In time, he came to be known as an enigmatic recluse, someone who emerged from isolation only to deliver a new piece of work. His reticence to explain himself therefore invites a great deal of speculation as to why he shifted away from writing more nuanced material to instead pen Dirk Warhard novels. Of course, it's impossible to ignore the financial failure of his early novels, yet to focus on sales may miss the bigger picture. Esterkoff was known to have a conscientious relationship with his publisher, who at the time was attempting to capture a more artistic and socially conscious audience, and so to put extensive pressure on him to make public appearances for press and the reception of awards. Esterkoff bristled at the insistence, resentful of being asked to participate in the literary social world. We are then left to wonder whether the shift towards mass audience literature was actually a move by Esterkoff specifically intended to rebel against the wishes of his publisher. Yet, regardless of Esterkoff's intentions, what's indisputable is that the moment he shifted his efforts, he found immediate commercial success. His very first Dirk Warhard novel, On a Wing and a Bullet, became a global bestseller and brought the name Dirk Warhard into the public vernacular. Within 3 years, Esterkoff had published a further 6 novels in the franchise, including bestsellers Bullets O'Clock, Edge of a Bullet, and Knives at a Bullet Fight. Who is Dirk Warhard exactly? Going by the novels, he can be difficult to pin down. He's consistently portrayed as stoic and unflinching, yet with each novel he shifts socio-politically in order to meet the needs of the story. The best example of this is the perpetual question of whether Dirk Warhard works for the government or not. The answer seems to change in each book. His role in the execution of justice fluctuates between being a public good and being a rogue renegade, sometimes even within the same story. Dirk Warhard is also the embodiment of stereotypical heteronormative masculinity. As the novels exploded in popularity, so too did they begin to attract criticism for their portrayal of Warhard's relationship with masculinity. As writer Laura Ehrhauer phrased it, Dirk Warhard romanticizes male infantilization to an audience for whom contemporary expectations of masculinity have become far too nuanced. This and other criticisms resulted in a bitter retaliation from Esterkoff. who chose to respond to his critics not via public statement, maintaining as ever his trademark aloofness, but through the novels themselves. His subsequent novel, Starlight as a Bullet, was a naked attempt to repudiate his critics by having Dirk Warhard double down on every one of his most egregiously masculine tendencies. In the novel, Esterkoff's longest ever, Warhard makes love to over 120 women and kills dozens of vegetarians. What? The exact phrase, quote, "I am a man and nothing will change that," unquote, appears 26 times. It's at this point that the novels begin to drive toward a very specific thesis. Dirk Warhard is incapable of fundamental change, because he is who he is as a result of inherent traits rather than as a product of social or political impact. For instance, in the Bullet Complex, the villainous Dr. Shumptuck genetically modifies Dirk Warhard to make him more compliant and passive as a person. Yet Warhard's genes literally resist the transformation, rearranging themselves back into their natural configuration, just moments after the procedure is complete. This is a recurring theme in subsequent books such as Face Full of Bullets and Bullets Forever, wherein the villains become focused less on personal gain and more on simply trying to change Warhard. In this trend that we see the core appeal of Dirk Warhard begin to emerge, a repudiation of the value of socio-political change. Change is the only consistent villain of the Warhard novels, the only concept towards which he remains consistently hostile. Even Warhard's notion of justice is malleable. At times, he considers crime necessary to achieve justice, while at other times, the elimination of all crime is the only path to justice. Yet in no circumstances is change acceptable for himself or for anyone else. Of course, we are again left to speculate as to the exact nature of Esterkoff's personal belief in the content he was creating. Are we to see Dirk Warhard through the eyes of the author who once penned serious and moody works of the nuanced interpersonal intrigue? In this sense, the Dirk Warhard novels could be seen as a satirical lampooning of mass media interests. Or are we to assume that Esterkoff truly did come around to believing in the fundamental righteousness of never changing? This thematic thread may have continued through the novels if not for a personal setback. Esterkoff's brother passed away after the publication of The Bullet Hunts at Night, at which point Esterkoff's prolific pace slowed dramatically. The loss devastated him. After several years of silence, he emerged from isolation with a new book, Whispers of a Broken Bullet, in which, for the first time ever, Dirk Warhard becomes a deeply emotive character. Warhard monologues on the nature of pain for over a dozen pages and openly cries twice. There is no villain or central conflict. Warhard simply travels from place to place, remarking grimly on the various people and locations he passes. In some ways, the novel feels like a return to Esterkoff's earlier works. Yet, if the response to his early works was muted, the response to Whispers of a Broken Bullet was hostile. Fans of the series uproariously decried the changes and demanded a return to form, whether as a capitulation to public response or perhaps a desire to distract himself with work of a less nuanced sort. Esterkoff abandoned the new angle on Dirk Warhard. His next book, Bullets Don't Cry, saw a decisive return to the Dirk Warhard of old. In this book, Dirk Warhard murders over 400 people, including the prime minister of every nation on the planet, becoming the prime minister himself in several countries. His tendency towards cannibalism, already allotted to the previous books, ratchets up with the invention of his new justice cannibalism technique. The book shows Dirk Warhard's complete regression into the most thoughtlessly violent and virile version of himself, and was adored by fans upon release. Bullets Don't Cry ended up becoming the best-selling book in the entire franchise as of the writing of this piece. Yet the series' resurgence was short-lived. A few years and a few novels later, a bombshell investigative report revealed that for an unknown amount of time, ghostwriters have been doing much of the work on the Dirk Warhard books. Esterkoff was at this point in his declining years, and his publisher had progressively been enlisting uncredited staff writers to take over a significant amount of the writing. It was never revealed what sections of the later books were not written by Esterkoff, or indeed if he wrote a single word of them at all. But those hoping to hear an answer directly from Esterkoff were crestfallen when he passed away a few months later. In the wake of his passing, the publisher openly turned to ghostwriters to continue the series, albeit strictly in sequel form. Sequels such as The Fast Bullet Alive 2, Even Faster Bullets, failed to elicit a critical or commercial response of any significance. To this day, the publisher continues to produce these sequels, still bearing Esterkoff's name, to a decidedly middling reception. The failure of these sequels and the question of the novel's authorship invites a question. What was it that gave Esterkoff's heroic protagonist such broad appeal in the first place? Whether he wrote from a place of satirical mockery or from a genuine belief in need for regressive masculinity. Esterkoff's intentions were never truly dissected. His most endearing legacy, therefore, is not just the character of Warhard, but a collective disagreement over the authorial underpinnings of Dirk Warhard franchise. It is a question as enduring and unchanging as Warhard himself, and one which will be irrevocably affixed to the institution of literary criticism. Interesting. I'm gonna crash out. Alright, going again, I'll explain later. Okay. This book read like a anthropological paper, which is insane. As an anthropology major, gave me flashbacks. See a dirty cup out here. Okay. We were going to make okay, we will make a tea with like everything in it, like Boro scent. Just make it brown. I don't want enough for like another cup. I wonder if we just don't put tea on it, in it, if it'll turn out to be but the thing is that the color doesn't change then. Or did it? Do be looking kind of gnarly. Do I put the T-ball in or no? Sleep betrays me, maybe a little FF. Do be like that some days. I'll throw the tea in. Anyways, okay, it did turn out brown looking. Poison, if anything. May as well have put a mushroom in it. You've brought coffee. What is this? This is not coffee. It is more like a sludge. It is nothing like coffee in any way. Brown. Yes, you are right. In this way, it is like coffee. In all other ways, it is atrocious. So, is that a no? Please do not make me drink any more of this. I cannot. It is unbearable. Please. Well, it was worth a shot. Ice cream flavor tea it is. Painted board. Plants are this way. Oh, out of water. This one is done flowering. So we need to shrink it. Two. Okay. Yep. We need shrink shrooms now. So I'll put the dupes over here. or this one right here. Okay, let's quickly look around for another roll. Birds don't stay at their little house in this season. Also collect some tea while we're at it. Oh, basket as well. Never mind, I'm not collecting tea. Actually, should empty the basket. And also put all this stuff on the shelf. Martine. Shrooms. Oh my god, all the weeds. What are you? Sure. This spot just... I mean, the last time it was in the other side of the... Man, that's a lot of weeds. Actually, no, it's in the same spot because there's a seed right here. Yeah, and then there's the bugged one. Hi. And then and then shrink. And we're cutting these. Okay, and then more tea. And cut these mushrooms. And the ones that we need. And then we'll dump off these tea leaves we dried. Also, okay. The other flavor coffee. Or not coffee, painted board. Extra one come out here, so we have all the time in the world. You needed? Oh wait, no. It's not cone. 4. You. A weed in our main garden. No. Fine. We shrunk this one. Let's bring it over here. Oh. Seaweed. Should bring this one down to size. More. One. 2. And set up for the next one. And 1. And then the pot goes here. The tea-ball. And we're going for flavor of ice cream. Actually, before we do that, let's have a sip of this disgusting concoction we made. Oh, hot. Need a cup. 3 cups, mayhaps. 1, 0. Actually, yeah, whatever. Oh. Up. Let's just sit in the shop and drink it.
Who would I say has wronged me? I mean, it's weird because obviously I've fought all of these rivals. People who have tried to tear me down in all sorts of ways. And I do resent a lot of them. But, bizarrely, my most vivid memory of being wronged was when I was 14 years old. My father came home from work, and he sat us down and told us
Oh
that
wait,
his
we've
job
heard this story
didn't
before.
exist anymore. We were going to move homes again. I was going to say goodbye to everything again. And it's like, he lost his job. That's what I remember. That he was weak. Why should I have to change my whole life around because he was too weak to hold on to something? That's how I felt at the time. Then, years later, I learned it actually hadn't been his fault at all. It was something totally outside of his control. So in theory, I should have been able to forgive him and move on, right? But I just... I don't know. For some reason, I couldn't. It was like the anger had dug trenches in my chest. There was nothing I could do. There was no amount of rational explanation that would get it to budge. I still feel that anger. Even now. I don't understand why.
Okay. Now we're making the other tea. One that reminds you of childhood ice cream. Although, I can't say this guy would have had ice cream as a child. I didn't like the chocolate flavored one, and that's as close as we can get it to making it taste like coffee. So, tea ball and a painted board. Where are you? Yeah, it's fine. You brought coffee. This is not coffee. If you were to bring me another drink, I would prefer that it be coffee. At whatever time you have coffee, that is what I will have. Well, we don't... Okay, so that also didn't work. Oh, it's his twin. That's less tired. So Jerry, you're gonna put the cup down somewhere? I think we'll just have to skip his request. Let's find out what this guy wants. Hello. Hang on. Are you the same guy I just talked to? You are mistaken. You and I have not spoken. You must have spoken with Jerry. I am Larry. Perhaps you can help me. I'm needed at the boardroom for the presentation. I am behind schedule. Can you direct me to the boardroom? You guys are both completely off course. You're here. You made it. Welcome. You guys are both completely off course. You guys? You and Jerry. I assume you're going to the same boardroom. No. You were mistaken. Jerry and I work in different departments. Jerry is less consistent in delivering quarterly growth for his department than I am. For that reason, I have been asked to deliver a presentation to the board. In order to prepare for my presentation, I require coffee. We do not have coffee, only tea. I see. However, it is important that I not deliver my presentation until I have coffee. Therefore, I will wait here until coffee becomes available. Sure. Okay. Next customer. Say, who are these questionable individuals gathering nearby? The ones in the hideous suits. I find their drab appearance quite offensive to the sensibility of this shop. They would love to run a presentation by you. They've been requesting that I make coffee. They could really use a boardroom. They're requesting that I make coffee. Coffee? Do they not see that we are in a tea shop? How dreadfully arrogant. To make demands for a drink as vulgar as coffee. Here of all places. Self-absorption of these corporate types sicken me dreadfully, I must say. No, I cannot stand to be around them any longer. I must bid you farewell and return to my travels. Take care, my dear. I hope to return one day under less dreary circumstances. Bye-bye. Smart doesn't even have a name. Hurricane? Now what, though? This guy wants coffee. That guy wants coffee. Laurel has nothing to say. That customer is leaving. I'll just go gather tea. Whilst I wait for our next customer. I have a bad answer for the coffee people. What's the bad answer? I don't think this is the type of game that would make us, like, try to serve something that we're not capable of making, though. So, I assume that we'll get coffee at some point. Acquire beans. Put beans in water. Let sit for 3 to 4 days, then give them the old bean water. That is what coffee is. Oh boy. We also need to acquire bean in that case. I think that every single time I'm looking for tea, I always need like one more bushel of tea. And they're always grouped in like 2 or 3. See? Well, there's that. Do I have any new customers? Yes. Who you? Actually, I need more drink rooms. Uh, where you go? Where you go? Where you go? Where'd they go? Oh no, not a third one of them. Hello? Wait, are you Larry or Jerry? Which one are you? My name is Terry. I would like your assistance. I am looking for the boardroom. Buddy, aren't we all? Guys, there is no boardroom here. We are the boardroom. Buddy, aren't we all? Perhaps. Amongst those of us who are looking for the boardroom, yes, we are all looking for the boardroom. However, it seems that this is a drink shop. Therefore, in order to most effectively deliver my presentation, I will request a cup of coffee. There's no coffee here, only tea. Once I have coffee, then I will continue seeking out the boardroom. Now there's 3 hooligans who want coffee. Typically, I think instead of like constantly planting new plants, we could just continuously duplicate them, maybe. What am I supposed to do with 3 customers who all want coffee and I somehow think the max that we can have is 3 customers. We never have more than 3 at a time, I don't think. Shiza, that's the wrong place. No. Okay, you are being moved over here. Maybe we talk to Boro. Even though he doesn't have a quest marker. Did I need this tea? No, I did not need it. Maybe we'll just make ourselves another cup of tea for the one memory that we haven't seen yet, Blue Loops. Let's just make tea for ourselves and borrow. These coffee snobs came to a tea shop looking for coffee. Ads are gonna start in 1 minute. I probably won't have time to drink that cup of coffee. I mean tea then. I like this cup. We'll give this to Pearl. Nice. Why, Miss Alta, have you brought Boro a cup of tea? Yep. Wonderful. Plant. Oh, prism tea. What a moody sort of brew. You know that this tea is tending to make a person admit to their mistakes, yes? In fact, many years ago, it was used to be getting confessions out of criminals, indeed. Of course, the practice has become quite illegal now in most places. Still, even just to taste, Boro quite enjoys the pungent flavor. Well, see you later. Quite, quit stalling and confess to something. Well, see you later. Okay, we'll go on a little break while ads are running. And then we'll drink this tea afterwards. We'll sit out here. I do see that we have another customer now. Not one of the... Not a duplicate. So we'll go talk to her afterwards and see if that brings us anything. Welcome back from ads for those of you that had ads. Okay, right. Man, I walked over here to sit down to take a sip of this tea.
I don't have regrets. It's actually that simple.
Really, Alta?
My experience is that people who hold on to regrets are looking for a way to punish themselves. And so I just don't... Like, here's a good example. When I was coming up as a respectable fighter, a young guy came to me and asked me to train him. I agreed. And subsequently, I put this kid through the most intense training regimen anyone his age could ever be expected to do. I was brutal on him, because my expectation was only that he become great. After a couple months, I pitted him against a much older and more experienced fighter. Someone I knew had the potential to be reckless. I had this idea that it would bring out something fierce in the kid, awaken a fire in him. It was a disaster. The older fighter broke 2 of the kid's ribs and put him in the hospital.
Dang.
He never came back to see me after that. And for a moment, I felt some kind of regret over it. But what I realized is that this kid had come to me because he knew I would put him through that. Like, obviously, I'm this very intense sort of person, and everyone knew that. So if he came to me and asked for this training, then what was he trying to get out of it? Did he assume I would change who I am just for him? Here's what I think, okay? I think he knew that being a fighter wasn't the right path for him. And so when he came to me, he was specifically looking for something that would push him too far. He wanted, like, an excuse or something. He was looking for a reason to quit. You know how people will do that, right? Like, you can't tell yourself that it's okay to quit, so you have to go and manufacture a circumstance that forces you to stop, because if you stop, then you're a failure. But if someone else forces you to stop, then it's not your fault and you're not a bad person. You're just trying. You're doing your best. And people don't see that. They don't take responsibility and realize that you're the one who wanted it to go too far. You asked for this because you wanted it, not me. I'm not...
Mm-hmm. Well, Alta. We also not want have been pushed too far so that we could stop. Is that not literally what happened though? Okay. Where is our new customer? I need to stock up on stuff. The loop berry and the 2 tea balls. Whoa. He floats. Blueberry. I'll put it over here. Dang. Hello? Whoa, what the hell? Goodness, hello? Hello? Delightful, delightful, such a delight. Beautiful. We are Zenith. Hello. We have traveled along the infinite path to be here. To be here. We have seen your worlds. We have loved your worlds. It is delightful. Delightful. What are you exactly? What is the infinite path? What? What is the infinite path? The infinite path, what a glorious path. Glorious. The line which connects all consciousness, strings them upon the unending thread. Unending. We walked it, we danced it, we found it delightful. Delightful. We see on your face this is not a helpful answer. Confused. It's just, I've never seen anything like you before. And we, in turn, have never seen anything like you. It is a joy to discover. Joyful. We are discovering so much about your plane of existence. Discovering. Look, have you seen them? They are our favorite discovery yet. Favorite. These men. They are wearing suits. They are conducting business. Suits. This is our favorite discovery by far. Yes. The businessman? That's the best thing you've seen. Yes. Yes. You haven't seen very much, have you? I get it, they're pretty incredible. You haven't seen much, have you? To the contrary, we have seen the vastness of time itself. We have touched upon consciousness in all realms. We have spoken to the colors of a dying star. We have lived inside the eyes of an entire species for its entire lifespan. We have spent a millennium living within a single moment of radiant joy. And we must say, the men of business, it is one of our favorites. Truly. What exactly do you like about them so much? How did you find them? What exactly do you like about them so much? Are they not inherently delightful? We do not know how to describe it. Delightful. They are many, yet seem to be of one mind. We are similar to them in this sense. Very similar. We have been following them from place to place. As they move, they search. They search for the boardroom. They seek this. They are called to it. They have been searching for a long time. A very long time. We are delighted by this quest. We hope very much that they succeed. Delighted. Well, would you like a cup of tea? 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 We have not yet encountered tea in this reality. What is it? Describe it. It's just hot water with some ingredients in it. Oh! Yes, we have heard of this. It is called coffee. Coffee. The men of business have spoken of it fondly, many times. A great love. No. Coffee is a different thing. We don't have coffee, only tea. Intriguing. Intriguing. We must know more. Please, bring us tea. Please. Okay. What kind of flavor do you want? I can put any ingredient here into the tea. Any ingredient at all. Fascinating. What flavor do we wish for? Desire. We wish for the flavor of something that is of value. Valuable. Of value? Yes, we wish to know what is of value in this world. For you. You mean like a valuable fruit? It does not have to be a fruit. It can be anything at all. Anything. Huh. Okay. I'll put something valuable into the tea. Very good. We await. We await it eagerly. Okay. Value. painted gourds give you a sensation of being in higher social standing than they actually are. So, a painted gourd tea. Since we're out here, we may as well get the painted gourd directly. I just made this cup of tea though. Why not have any left? No. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's make this tea. Make all your crap. I don't need it again. Oh. You have painted gourd. Oh. Oh, I also kind of wanted to picture her. No, I use the camera. She just follows them around. Can you pause? No. I need him to pause. Here you go. We will now consume the tea. Yes. Interesting. Interesting. The taste of this tea, how fascinating. We can sense that there is a fruit within the tea. Fruit. Is this what is most valuable? The delightful sensation of consuming fruit. We feel its effects. It pushes at our mind, elicits feelings, sensations. We feel that the fruits are most useful to those who come here, customers. And you prepare this for your customers? This is the work that you do? Yes, and you have made us tea, as you would make it for them. For this we are most grateful. Tea truly is a substance of magic. Magic. Please, we must know, is tea superior to coffee? Better than coffee? Yes, it's better than coffee. No, coffee's better. I don't know and I don't care. No, coffee's better. But coffee is similar to tea, yes? It is brewed with water, drinks. Yeah, I suppose that's true. the men of business. They have spoken to us many times about coffee. Many times. They seek it, they crave it, they cannot find it. Tragic. But your shop of tea, it is perhaps the perfect opportunity to make coffee. Please tell us what would be necessary to produce coffee. I guess, coffee beans? Coffee beans, yes, of course. It is so obvious. We see it now. Coffee beans. What magic is needed for this? How shall it be produced? We are channeling the infinite path for answers. Ah, indeed. We can see it now. The essence of coffee beans clear in our mind. We are summoning it into this forest, right here. We're imbuing this clearing with the essence. Coffee bean. Deepest essence. Here it is. Aha. Oh, it has come to pass. A coffee bean. Success. Yes, your clearing will now surely grow wild coffee. Grow wild with coffee beans. May they bless your shop for a trillion spectra cycles. Trillions. So then, how do I actually use them to make coffee? We are receiving information on this matter in the infinite path. Receiving. We're considering how best to teach you. Here, just write it down in my field guide. Ah, a well-engineered solution. We find this acceptable. Field guide. There, an explanation on the production of coffee. Okay, coffee beans. Coffee plants will grow around the clearing. Simply approach one and pick the coffee bean out of the center. Only one bean will spawn per plant. Coffee beans come right out of the ground, so they're quite dirty. Be sure to run each bean through the dishwasher before making coffee with it. After the bean is washed, toss it into your tea infuser just like you would with any other ingredient. The brew will turn into coffee. We wish you a successful effort. Make coffee. Blessing. May our precious men of business at least, or at last, be satisfied. Men. Do my best. I still don't understand why you like them. Still don't understand why you like them. Truly, to us it is most blindingly obvious, apparent. They're individually different, yet they speak with one voice. They are a collective entity, like us? Or are they separate consciousness? Collective? It is the question that we are intrigued by, delighted by. Yes. Be delighted is the greatest of joy. The greatest. Okay, well, I'll try to make them a decent coffee. We're trying to take a picture. Please stop. Run ahead of them. That was a great picture, honestly. Okay. And she went back to following them. Goro has something he would like to say. Where did that coffee bean go, though? In the clearing. Which clearing? Where did you put it? Oh, in my... dirty coffee bean. Go wash this thing in the dishwasher. Oh, our toothpaste is broken. There we go. Hello, Miss Alta. Boro has thought of a task that you might enjoy. This task involves something dear to my heart. The Pluffins are wonderful little bird friends. You've seen them roaming about, yes? Did you know that you can be feeding them tea? They are quite loving this stuff. In fact, they will even change colors to whatever color of tea you serve them, like magic. Please note that it is not actually magic. This is simply being normal Pluffin biology. So perhaps you'd like to feed tea to our Pluffin friends here? If you were giving several of them some tea, it would make our animal friends delightfully colorful. Will they die if I don't feed them? Goodness, no. Pluffins are being just about the most indestructible creatures in the universe. There's barely a soul alive who's ever actually witnessed a Pluffin die. It is the stuff of myth and mystery. No, feeding them is merely for our enjoyment and theirs. They seem to enjoy the taste. What do you say? Does this sound like a task you'd care to take on? Sure. Wonderful. To be giving a Pluffin tea, all you must do is place the teacup on the ground next to the Pluffin. The smell alone is surely enough to draw them over for their drink. Once you've served tea to 5 of them, won't you please come speak with me? Okay. Where do I get more coffee? Coffee! Oh, here. I needed 3 cups and I got 3 beans. Well, I mean, I guess we could just make it with 1 bean. They're all gonna get similar. That's the white ones. Can we put a photo up of her? This one. Nice. That's a good photo. Say so myself. And we have another one we can put up here, I believe. Yep. Of her following the men. Capo, she likes men. Most mundane ones at that. Know what color I'd try to make them? What color? We can try 5 Pluffins that need to be colored differently. Where's our coffee bean? Oh, I didn't heat up the water. Oh, I need more water actually. It's 3 cups. I wonder what Boro would say if we served him coffee. Let's serve everyone coffee. They're gonna get like partial cups. coffee. Cranberry green. Probably could. Do I have a green fruit? Oh, I don't have a green fruit. That is unfortunate. Miss Alta, Boro has noticed that there is coffee growing right here in our clearing. Yeah, Zenith spawned it to serve to the businessmen. My goodness, what an implorable delight. I did not even know it was being possible. Although I will say coffee has never exactly been Boro's cup of tea. Huh. I've always enjoyed coffee. You don't seem like a coffee guy. I've always enjoyed coffee. Kind of a ritual for me to have coffee at the start of a long day of training. Huh. Yes, this feels very much like the Alta that I am knowing. Oh dear, now that we serve coffee, will Wanderstop have to rebrand? No, I can't be doing it. We are simply a tea shop that sometimes has coffee. Don't worry about it, I'll handle the coffee. You're missing a big franchising opportunity. Don't worry about it, I'll handle the coffee. You're missing a big franchising opportunity. Miss Alta has truly been taking lessons from Professor Currency. Well, perhaps you are starting your own shop in the middle of the forest. You can be making it into a coffee franchise. Until then, Boro is going to put off learning any new or useful skills for as long as possible. Hey, did you see the magical space being that showed up? Her name is Zenith, and they said they came on the Infinite Path. Have you ever heard of that? Goodness me, no, Boro has never heard of such a thing. Although over the years I have seen a handful of otherworldly beings make their way to the shop. It is always such a treat when it happens. They are the most fascinating sources of knowledge. If you are learning of any extra-dimensional tea recipes from our new friend, please do be letting me know. Why, Miss Alta, have you brought Boro a cup of tea? Yes, this is for you. Yeah, sure. It's not tea, though. Wonderful. Well, if it isn't a cup of good old-fashioned coffee. Miss Alta, did I tell you that I tried making coffee here at Wonderstop many years ago? I was attempting to keep up with the trends, yes. The popular types of drinks. At that time, a shop was seen as quite unfashionable if it was not serving coffee. But oh dear, Boro simply could not produce a decent cup of coffee for the life of me. Coffee is simply not being my sensibility, I'm afraid. I will tell you, miss, this was a very difficult lesson for Boro to accept. I tried for much longer than I should have to be forcing myself to make coffee. And when I finally gave up and accepted that this is simply a tea shop, goodness, what a weight lifted from Boro's shoulders. Yes, it's so obvious now in hindsight. How silly. But it seems coffee has returned to us. A wandering cat, it has come back home. And can I say you've done a fine job of it? It is just that coffee is not being to my taste. Yes, I will leave the coffee preparation to you. No need to go relearning my big lesson. Okay. Well, 1 cup of coffee coming right up for one of the others. Boro, please, the cup into the dishwasher. Actually, let's go have the cup of coffee before we give it to the guests.
Coffee means Early mornings, long days, rigorous training. It flips a switch in me. Starts a motor running that can go for a long, long time. It doesn't make me better at my training. It just puts me into a headspace. And yet, here I am. I'm drinking coffee. And I just don't feel anything. I can't summon that fire. Is that good? Is it bad? I don't know. God. I just want things to stop changing.
Fair enough. Okay, these three guys are probably... Let's see how much we have left. I think we have enough for them to have full cups. I wonder what happens if we get the birds coffee. They won't know if you give them a half cup, right? Here's your coffee, Jerry. You have brought coffee. This is coffee. I am glad to have coffee at this time. The coffee will better enable me to deliver my presentation to the board. This presentation will be the first I have ever delivered. It is important that I made a positive impression. May I present it to you now to practice? Sure, go ahead. Good, I will now present it. My presentation is entitled Conflict Resolution in the Workplace. All of us have experienced conflict. Some have done so dozens or even tens of thousands of times. Yet a fundamental question must be asked. What is conflict in the workplace, and where does it come from? This is the question I will answer in my presentation. May I inquire, how is my presentation thus far? You should pause more frequently for applause. You should lighten the mood with some jokes. It's fine as it is. Should lighten the mood with some jokes. Understood. I will do so. What is conflict in the workplace, and where does it come from? There are three primary sources of conflict in the workplace: litter, resentment, and corn products. Of these three, litter is the only one over which we have any real control. Therefore, remember to litter on your coworker's desk only when absolutely necessary. When conflict arises, all employees are encouraged to document it in their conflict journal. Remember to record names, dates, and specific swear words used in the conflict. Remember to embellish details of the conflict only in places where it makes the conflict more interesting or entertaining. At this time, we will pause for a joke. Why didn't the submarine need to rest? Because it was not tired. The nature of this joke is that the certain vehicles have tires. However, a submarine is not one. Tired, in this sense, can refer to both the submarine's energy level or the number of tires it has. In fact, a submarine is a submersible watercraft which uses ballast tanks and jet propulsion to enable movement. Therefore, tires on a submarine would be irrelevant. This concludes the joke. We will now resume the presentation. After filling an entry in the conflict journal, remember to inform your conflict manager that you have done so. However, do not discuss the specifics of the conflict with your conflict manager. If the conflict manager asks for specifics of the conflict, you must reply only in vague grunts and shrugs. The conflict manager may begin crying and begging you to share details of the conflict, groveling on hands and knees. The conflict manager may promise to open up about their own deepest secrets if only you share the conflict details. The conflict manager may offer you $20. In all of these cases, you are permitted only to roll your eyes and say, "It's just, oh no." I don't wanna. Alternatively, you may fake a disease in order to leave the room. Do not look the conflict manager in the eyes. You may accept the $20. You may not discuss details of the conflict. At no time are you permitted to learn your conflict manager's real name. We'll now pause for a joke. How many kinds of fish are there? 11. Excuse me, my mistake. That was a statement of fact about fish and not a joke. I will correct this mistake when I deliver my presentation to the board. This now concludes the presentation. Thank you for allowing me to practice. I feel more prepared than before. As a show of thanks, I would like to offer you this picture of my own conflict manager. No thanks. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, now I need to find the other guys, though. He still has a coffee cup. He does not. Oh, they won't take... Oh, they won't take it. Okay, so only one of them needed coffee, even though all three of them asked for coffee. Do you want coffee? You have presented coffee to the men of business. Was it successful? Coffee. Yeah, he seemed to like it, I guess. Hard to really know. An unqualified, resounding success. Victory. We are very grateful for your help in creating coffee. You have our thanks. Please, we do not know what you are called. What is your name? Alta. Alta, the human. It is our joy to experience your being, your existence, your presence. You must tell us your journey, please. Describe yourself. We wish it very much. Your story. I'm a fighter, the best in the world. I came here because I needed help. Help? What kind of help do you need? We would like to know. What kind? Well, I guess there are a couple things I need help with. Gosh, this situation is actually pretty complicated. This delights us. We enjoy very much when a thing is complicated, delightful. The complexity, the chaos. It is an inviting energy. Yes. Can you please tell us more of what is complicated? I don't know where to start. I don't really like talking about these things. Human Alta, we have an idea, a proposition. We wish for you to exit this clearing and return to the forest. We will journey there with you, together. Why? In the forest, it is easier for us to perceive essences, deeper nature. We shall witness your essence in the shade of the forest, your nature, the complications that you speak of. The forest will allow us to see them, to touch them. It will be fun and delightful. Sure. Should I, follow you there? No need. You must simply walk out through the exit. We will join you. We will be both there and here. Both. We are in many places, even now. All. When you are ready, we will be there, in the forest. Okay, see you there, I guess. Okay. Can't put coffee down. Okay, only one of them needed coffee then. So that's other cup. And let's see if another dirty cup. Let's see if the puffins like coffee. Need to get rid of the rest of the liquid in muffins. Oh. Wow. Drink it. And it turned brown slowly. I mean, they're already kind of green. They're like a teal, but you know, digress. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here for today. I'm getting quite tired and finally sleepy, so probably gonna go sleep. What? I have a cat? Oh, it's the radio. Camera back over here. Teacup. Here. And yeah, we will save. And I'm gonna move to ending screen. And let us see if there is somebody that I can raid. Ooh. Oldman Sugarheart is back on Final Fantasy XIV. It's been a while since we've been able to send you guys to him because we're usually not on during these hours. Other than that, Yulia, Lex. Oh, Lex is doing vending machine call. Neri. Yeah, you know what? Let's send you guys over to Old Man Sugarheart. Since I don't get to raid him so often these days. He is doing Final Fantasy XIV, on a social anxiety run, meaning that I think he does it solo, with duty support. As much as he can, as possible. Oh no, hang on. Oh no, he's ending. Oh shit. Okay, never mind. He's ending. That's unfortunate. Been a very short stream. In that case, who do we want to send you guys to? Let's send you guys over to... I'll send you guys over to Yulia then. Yulia is doing Persona 4 Golden. Not familiar with the game myself, but Yulia's a good friend of ours, so we can just go there. And I'll drop you guys off and raid and run to go sleep. Yeah. Raid message is cozy. Raid if you'd like to say something when you get over to Yulia's community. If you'd like to continue lurking, that is perfectly fine as well. I would appreciate it if you went through with the raid at the very least. Next time that I'll be streaming is going to likely be tomorrow. Maybe afternoon hours, maybe evening hours. I'm likely going to be doing more Final Fantasy XIV PvP, to level, and also learning... I don't know if it's worth learning level 50 rotation, honestly. But, yeah, we'll see. We're trying to level up to 80, so... But... Anyways, I hope that you guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, no matter where you are in the world, and I will see you again next time. Whether that be tomorrow or some other time. Okay, I'm gonna send you guys to Yulia in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye!